You might be so focused on what could go wrong in a relationship that you are completely missing what could go incredibly right. When you fear intimacy, your brain gets sneaky. It zooms in on all the reasons you should avoid closeness. What if I get hurt again? What if they leave me? What if I lose myself? But that fear filters out the real magic that love brings. You clicked on this video because somewhere in you, you know that avoiding connection might be costing you something bigger. And you're right. I've had the privilege of walking alongside so many people as they've untangled fear, opened their hearts again, and finally allowed themselves to experience real closeness. And one thing I've seen over and over is this shift with diving into today. It changes everything.
Recognizing that fear was distorting their vision of what love really offers.
By the end of this video, you're going to see how to shift out of those looping fear narratives and how to begin opening to the actual gifts a relationship brings, especially the one most people completely overlook. So make sure to watch through to the end. You'll understand why that one overlooked benefit might be the key to healing your resistance to intimacy. And if this kind of content speaks to you, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications. We go deep here. Here's something your brain does that it thinks is helpful. When you feel scared of something, it starts collecting all the reasons you should stay away. So if you fear intimacy, it floods you with, you'll lose yourself, you'll be betrayed, you will feel trapped. This is called reinforcing belief bias. Once your mind believes something is dangerous, it filters everything through that lens to reinforce it. But what's missing in that equation is this. What does love actually give you? What if, while your mind was scanning for danger, you trained yourself to also scan for gifts? Next time fear shows up, ask, okay, but what could this give me if I allowed it to work? Like feeling seen, sharing life's beauty, growth you'd never reach alone. Let both lists exist side by side. That's when the truth begins to balance. Here's a simple but powerful practice. When you feel like a relationship isn't worth it, pause. And instead of arguing with the fear, ask, why do I fear this to begin with? Where did this fear get planted in me? Write down all the reasons you feel anxiety around intimacy and be honest with yourself. Is it abandonment, loss of freedom, fear of judgment? Now go deeper. If I knew I would never be hurt again in love, would these fears still hold weight? That question exposes the protective layer for what it is. Protection from past pain, not present truth. Pain convinced you that relationships are bad. But what if even those painful experiences actually gave you something? What if they made you more aware, more discerning, more capable of love? Here's what most people miss. Pain in past relationships wasn't just wounding, it was also awakening. The heartbreak taught you that you want and what you want. The betrayal showed you what you'll never sell for again. The disconnection made you crave depth. Now ask yourself, what strengths did I gain from that pain? When you look back with different eyes, fear softens. And from that softened place, you can open to a relationship, not as a risk, but as a resource. Your past didn't break you, it prepared you. So here's your shift. Stop living handcuffed by fear. Next time fear says, what if it hurts again? You ask, and what if I miss out on something beautiful because I'm too afraid to try? Fear says, stay safe. Love says, stay open. Let both voices speak, but choose which one leads. And when fear gets loud, turn to love and literally say, remind me why you're worth it. That simple moment of checking in with your heart changes everything. When you stop only seeing the downside of love and start recognizing what it's been trying to give you all along, you stop running from intimacy. You start standing in it. If this sparked something for you, let it grow. Rewatch, reflect, and keep asking the deeper question. That's where the breakthroughs begin. And if you haven't already by now, you're welcome to subscribe. We're building real love from the inside out here.